You don't need to go to Niagara Falls when you can eat some fried balls.
What's going on, NASCAR Die-Cast collectors and Die-Cast reviewers on YouTube? This is Original Big Bri here, and welcome back to yet another new episode of the NASCAR Die-Cast News, hosted by me, of course, Brian LaFleur Jr., or formerly known as Original Big Bri. So, we got a new episode to show you guys for NASCAR Die-Cast, and boy, oh boy, we got ourselves a lot of new die-casts that came in. We got a good amount of new 164s that came in, especially some good underfunded cars as well, including Jeffrey Earnhardt and Michael McDowell, so, and also Brian Scott as well. So, a lot of really cool 164 die-casts. Plus, we also got some race win 124s coming in as well. Some of the newest ones are now just getting released, and we do got some new pre-orders as well, because pre-orders are always pretty dang spectacular, if you know what I mean. And of course, we can't have a NASCAR Die-Cast News without any canceled die-casts. We only got 3 of them to show you guys later in this episode. And also, guys, we do got some NASCAR Authentics news coming up shortly at the end of this, at the end of those 3 sections, about a throwback wave possibly coming in this month in August. And we also got a throwback review on a Paul Menard Valvoline promo car. Plus, also, if you guys want to tune into the last thing we're going to be talking about is the announcement of the contest winners. So there will be, if you guys remember the contest from last week that from actually 2 weeks ago, I told you guys about a little contest about what the best-selling diecast is, and we're going to get on to that. And speaking of that, guys, we're going to get all to this latest information and more as the NASCAR Die-Cast News starts right now. But before we do that, guys, we're going to take a look at our best-selling diecast from the last episode of the NASCAR Die-Cast News, rounding out with NASCAR Die-Cast News 151. Alright, everybody, so to kick off this newest episode of the NASCAR Die-Cast News, we're going to kick it off with, of course, your guys' favorite, the newly released diecast from our good friends at Plan B Sales, Casey Die-Cast, and Lester's Die-Cast. All great dealers. Highly recommend checking them out, including your local die-cast dealers. And to the Fanatics sense, screw Fanatics. The NASCAR Fanatics sense. There we go, guys. So, yeah, always support your local die-cast dealers. Speaking of that, we got new diecasts to review, so there is a lot to talk about for these diecasts, but of course we're going to start off with the 164s, and to start off right here is the Austin Dillon 2016 Rheem Xfinity Camaro, and what can I say about this car, guys? We finally got this car produced. This was another weird car that ironically was canceled in both scales, but then they uncanceled this car, and that's been kind of pretty familiar now with lots of Austin Dillon Die-Cast. Although he is one of the, I mean, since this is an Xfinity car, I'm kind of surprised seeing that this car got made, because the Xfinity series is pretty unwatchable to see now because of all these Cup regulars. I mean, hell, now they got a chase. Just as for me, I have not really watched the Xfinity series that much, so, but, you know, if you're a big Austin Dillon fan, I guess this is a car to get right here. And plus, it has that iconic number 2 car. Remember, that 2 car for RCR definitely has been around for quite a while now in the what was formerly known as the Nationwide Series. You know, with Clint Boyer and Kevin Harvick and all that. So it does bring back some memories seeing that 2 car return. But yeah, guys, a pretty cool looking car. You gotta see right there. And let's see what we got here next. We got Kasey Kahne's Panasonic Chevrolet car. As you guys know, Panasonic was Jeff Gordon's sponsor for the past 2 years, and they decided to go with Kasey Kahne this year, because where else would Panasonic go? Because there's so much. I kind of would have thought, you know, Panasonic would go and stay with Chase Elliott, but they decided to go with Kasey Kahne, and it did produce a pretty dang cool looking die-cast. I mean, we got a nice variation for this year. Instead of the all blue Panasonic car, we do got some looks like some shades of blue and some light blue as well, with some black on the back. And you know, I kind of like these. The fading look on this car does look really nice. So if you're a Kasey Kahne fan, I probably would recommend getting this car for sure. And speaking of more Kasey Kahne die-cast, we also got his Quicken Loans car. The Quicken Loans cars are famed for their matte finishes. I can't really tell if this car has a matte finish or not, but if it does, then that is pretty dang awesome. But you know, with all the previous Quicken Loans cars that we've had, especially when Ryan Newman was in the Quicken Loans cars, I'm sure that this car probably has a matte finish. If not, then go to Race Day 2011's review on this car. Maybe he'll give you a nice, good, and close view. By the way, those die-cast reviews are very detailed, so check out Race Day 2011 if you guys have not already. If not, you're probably missing out on life on YouTube. So yeah, but what can I say about this car? It looks nice, and you know, it's cool. It's a cool looking car. And the next one we got right here, you know, I've said a lot about, you know, Bubba Wallace, because especially on the cancellation list, but finally we get a Bubba Wallace car for this year that wasn't canceled. And you know, it's sad when your die-casts aren't selling too well, when you have Roush, who actually were the ones that had to actually buy so many quantities of this car to get produced, which is pretty sad. But for any Bubba Wallace fan, for any Darrell Wallace Jr. fans out there, I'm sure they're really happy to see this car produced, even though it is a very generic Roush Fenway Roush based scheme. But you know, it's a nice different variation from last year's Ford EcoBoost cars, so I probably would recommend getting it, because you know, Darrell Wallace Jr. is very I wouldn't say he's a very underrated guy, but for die-cast, definitely he has been. I mean, most of his die-casts for this year have been just outrageously canceled and crazy. So good to see a Bubba Wallace car was produced for this year, thanks to Roush. And next up, we got none other than good old Mexican driver himself, Daniel Suarez, your Michigan winner from this year. They added a variation scheme for this year, so his Eras car was already released, and now his Juniper Networks car is produced. And man, this car is a beauty. I mean, it's got a nice design of the blue, and then you got the orange on the back. I can't tell what kind of design is that. It looks like kind of like, I don't know, it looks like a marble design or something like that, but that's pretty dope right there, I had to say. So if you're looking for an alternate scheme for Daniel Suarez and your stop motions, then I would highly recommend getting this car, because this car does look pretty nice in my opinion. And of course, you know, we're heading to the Watkins Glen weekend, and of course this guy, as I'm not really a big fan of this guy, he will be to look out forward to, even though he sadly won the Xfinity race today, which, you know, thankfully I did not go. But we got the Joey Logano Auto Trader car now, so this car is basically the same as the Brad Keselowski car from this year. Just there's an added 2 on this, so if you want to do a die-cast comparison with this car, you'll probably see a big difference in the 2s right there. But still a nice looking car, and I do like the orange and blue. you know, it's also in yellow, so that's pretty cool right there. Plus, if you're live in Syracuse, New York, then this is probably the car you get right here, because orange and blue, man, orange and blue. And speaking of more Joey Logano cars, we did also got his Pennzoil car for this year, which I'm pretty happy about this car. I'm kind of glad to see the Pennzoil car return in its yellow form. I wasn't really a big fan of the Pennzoil Platinum cars. I mean, they were kind of cool, but when I think of Pennzoil, I'm thinking of like a bright yellow scheme. And really glad that Pennzoil decided to bring that theme this year. I mean, this car kind of reminds me of Kurt Busch's 2011 Pennzoil Ultra Platinum car. If you guys remember that car, I actually have that car, I think, with me. So I think if I would have to get this car, maybe because if you guys want to do a die-cast comparison, I don't know. I mean, if I had to get a Joey Logano car, this would probably be the car I would get right here because it looks so similar to the Kurt Busch 2011 car with his Pennzoil car. So yeah, pretty nice looking car despite it being Logano, but I like it. And this car right here, I'm sure a lot of you guys are pumped up for this car. With Lionel Racing offer this car, we thought there's no way in heck that they are going to make this car. But they did, guys, and I say that this is a car that you should absolutely get, especially if you're a big favorite of underfunded guys. None other than Jeffrey Earnhardt. Yes, a Jeffrey Earnhardt die-cast has been made in the 164 line for this year. And my God, look at those chrome wheels, guys. That is just beautiful. I mean, I think that's just what really makes that car stand out. I mean, yes, it is an underfunded car, and that's pretty awesome. But just, man, those chrome wheels really make this car just shine in its awesome and gloriness. I mean, what else can I say about this car? Just beautiful gorgeousness right here, guys. That's one of my famous quotes right there, but I'm probably going to put this car as the thumbnail pick because that's going to really grab a lot of attention right there. So I'm sure this is a very hyped, underfunded car that a lot of guys, including myself, a lot of die-cast collectors who are dying to get this car. I think this is the 32 die-cast that you should get right here. I mean, the Bob Avante cars from last year were pretty cool, especially that Terry Labonte one, but this one right here, you guys should definitely get it because it's definitely selling out really quick on various websites. And the next one right here is Eric Almirola, U.S. Air Force car. I mean, this car is basically the same as last year's, but it's got the NASCAR salutes. Actually, it's got a custom NASCAR salutes logo on that. It's got, you know, the various soldiers that go on the name shields. So that's a nice little feature they put on the Air Force car for this year because it kind of goes well. I mean, who knows? Maybe that Army sergeant right there is probably in the Air Force. So who knows, guys? If that's cool, that's a very good honor right there. And I do say a lot of weird stuff about NASCAR, but one thing that I do right is when they support their troops, and really glad to see. I mean, it's sad to see Air Force is the only sponsor. It's the only military organization that sponsors in NASCAR. I mean, you guys remember when there was National Guard and U.S. Marines, especially National Guard with Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Granbury Hall. So yeah, I kind of would love to see more military sponsors, but kind of cool to see U.S. Air Force is still with the NASCAR for now, but who knows how long until they drop out of the package for the 43 car. But yeah, pretty cool looking car. Next right here is another car that I'm sure a lot of people are really excited about because we have not got a 44 die-cast in the Gen 6 cars yet, so this could be another car that I would recommend getting. I know my good friend Derek Lewis, which is Ganassi fan 142, definitely will get this car because he is a big Idaho fan, and you guys know Brian Scott is from Idaho. And of course, the 44 Albertsons Shore Lodge Ford car definitely is going to be another cool car. Plus, it's also got that Petty blue, guys. So if you guys are a really big fan of Richard Petty, then this car could be a good hit for you guys because it really shines out that Petty blue. Plus, also it's really cool to see the 44 car back in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Also, this car kind of reminds me of what is it? There was some driver who drove the 44 car. I can't remember his name, but he was a road racer. But that's what kind of reminds me of. So it's kind of cool seeing the 44 car once again back into NASCAR. We got right here another favorite that I'm sure a lot of guys are going to be rooting for tomorrow at Watkins Glen. AJ Allmendinger in his Kroger car. So this is a new car that we're finally getting for AJ Allmendinger. And, it's not a salutes car, but I do like how it shows out the red, white, and blue. You got all the American-made sponsors right there, like Kroger and Scott's, Bush's, Hungry Jack's. So it's a very, excuse me, it's a very American, oh my god, I coughed for it. Why did I say excuse me when I coughed? This is what happens when I do NASCAR Die-Cast News late at night. I say a lot of weird shit, so, I said profanity there too. Yikes. Uh-oh, don't hate me. Let's see here. Yep, the AJ Allmendinger Kroger Chevrolet. This car is nice. It is really, really nice. I think this is actually his main sponsor for this year's career, so really cool to see some variation with the 47 car for this year, and glad that this car got made and not canceled like all the other Allmendinger die-casts that were canceled. Alrighty, we also got Mark Truex Jr.'s Auto Owners Insurance car. And if you guys did heard the rumors about this sponsor, it might go to Eric Jones for next year. So Eric Jones will be driving the 77 Toyota Camry. But really cool to see Truex Jr. Get another sponsor for the 78 car. So pretty dang amazing that we're getting 3 Truex die-casts already. Of course, you got the Furniture Row car, the wonderful Bass Pro Shops car, and now the Auto Owners Insurance car. It's kind of ironic we got another car insurance sponsoring a car, so I guess welcome to the crowd, Auto Owners. But pretty nice looking car. Kind of a little on the I wouldn't say bland, but it's kind of a basic scheme, but pretty cool right there. We also got some junior die-casts. Good old Dale Jr. in the Purple Goodies car. I'm sure my good friend David Lamb's going to love this because there's nothing more he loves than good old purple die-cast. And of course, it's good old Junior. But of course, in all seriousness, guys, you should probably definitely get this car to support, with all the news that's been going on with Dale Earnhardt Jr. Still wishing him the best of luck, and hopefully he's making a good recovery, even though he's missing out 2 more races at Watkins Glen in Bristol now. So that really does suck right there. But this Goodies car definitely looks really nice, and I probably would recommend getting it for sure, especially if you're on the Junior Nation fan base. And we got our first Darlington Throwback car released, guys, and what other than can it be than the first Throwback car that was released from this year, which is the Dale Earnhardt Jr. Gray Ghost Nationwide Insurance Darlington Throwback car. As you guys know, this car is in honor of the Gray Ghost, Buddy Baker himself. This car was kind of it was kind of like I don't know, I guess you could say it wasn't really a surprise because already the Nationwide car, this is basically the Nationwide car, just instead they inverted on some of the colors, like where the blue is, where the silver is on the Throwback car, that's where the blue is, and then where the black is, that is where the silver is on the Nationwide car. So, there weren't many two people deciding, what's Dale Jr.'s throwback scene going to be for this year? Well, since he said that his Nationwide car, his original Nationwide car for this year was going to go out to Buddy Baker, then none other than that they had to do the Gray Ghost car, which they kind of did back in 2008 or 2009 with the National Guard car, but kind of cool seeing this car again. So I'm sure this car is going to be a fan favorite for the Labor Day weekend, especially if Dale Jr. gets better. If not, then it'll be cool seeing Jeff Gordon or Alex Bowman or anybody else who's going to be driving this 88 car. So, but hopefully Dale Jr. will make a recovery in time so we can see this bad boy in action, because Dale Jr. pays a lot of respects to the Gray Ghost and Buddy Baker. And we got some more junior die-casts. We got the, let's see right here, the Mountain Dew Decision car. And, this was like a promotional car for the Mountain Dew Decision, which, by the way, spoiler alert, the Mountain Dew Pitch Black won. So once that Casey Kane car is released, I'm sure a lot of people are going to get that because that was the winner, even though I like Baja Blast a little better. I think I answered that question when we did a live stream. So, yeah, I'm a Baja Blast guy, so I'm kind of bummed out that Pitch Black won. But pretty cool looking car. I got to give Mountain Dew some props. I'm just glad that they changed the scheme up for this year. We waited so long to find out what the Mountain Dew car was going to look like for this year, and then they decided to come up with this, and you know what? It doesn't look too bad. The gray numbers do look a little odd on this car, but, it's Dale Jr., so it's got to have the gray numbers regardless or not. And the final car to wrap up for the 164s is none other than another underfunded car, which is good old Michael McDowell. And this car definitely has some differences for it, unlike last year. I mean, last year they drove a Ford, and now this year they are driving Chevrolet. And also there's a lot more black on this Caribbean Financial car, which I kind of like a little bit more. I mean, the white from last year, the white base on the car from last year was alright, but I do prefer dark. I do prefer the darker look on this car. It looks a little more sleeker. And I mean, heck, what a nice looking car. I even like how the roof rails and the splitter are dyed yellow. So really nice looking car, and I'm sure this is another car that you should get to add in with all the other underfunded guys. So absolutely, positively must get this car for sure. So and we're going to review some 124s as well. Let's see right here. We are going to start off with, actually we're going to wrap it up with the race win diecast. So the first race win diecast that is up, it is the Brad Keselowski Las Vegas win car. So I cannot really say too much about this car because Brad Keselowski looks like he's going to have a good season for this year, regardless or whether you guys like it or not. So Brad Keselowski, this was his first win out of many for this year. And yeah, what else can I say about it? I mean, Keselowski's been pretty dominant at Las Vegas, and you can clearly see there's a lot of dirt on this car because it's white. So if you're a big Keselowski fan, this might be a car to get right here. Next up, we got Kevin Harvick's Phoenix win car. I'm sure Phoenix win car for this year. I'm sure a lot of Harvick fans are happy to get this car because I mean it's not as electrifying and very raced as last year's Phoenix car, but this car definitely had a good memory, especially with that photo finish between Carl Edwards and him, which I'm still bummed out about. But I'm sure my good friend Buddy Poley is going to enjoy getting this car for sure, because especially since it beat it Toyota. So, but there's always next time. But for this Harvick car, definitely a must get for any of you Harvick fans. Speaking of that, we also got Jimmy Johnson's Atlanta win, which is we're going to do the Jimmy Johnson Atlanta win car. So Jimmy Johnson's had a very okay season. I mean, he's kind of going up and down with his consistency, but when it comes to Atlanta Motor Speedway, he has been pretty good at that track. I mean, I still can't forget the day when Carl Edwards raced at Atlanta. He beat him in 2005. That was a good memory. But for any Johnson fans out there, then this car looks pretty nice, I have to say so myself. So props that this car got made, and this car does look pretty nice for the most part. And to wrap it up on the race diecast, we got the Kyle Busch dual race win number 2. Now this car I probably would recommend getting because it has the accurate M&M's car for this year. As you guys know, they decided to change the M&M's scheme at the last minute, and the 164 version and the 120 version that Kyle Busch fans have right now for the M&M's car, he has never run that scheme, which I feel like that was just, I mean, I don't know, I feel like a lot of Kyle Busch fans got really left out for that scheme. I mean, I do like the retro look on this car, but I feel like they could have got with that M&M's car. But I kind of see why they went to the retro look because it's 75 years and they got the retro M&M's. But really would have liked to see him win the dual race with the regular M&M's car. But hopefully this car will get made in 164 because I'm sure it will look pretty nice, especially if Kyle Busch does well for this season. So that wraps it up for the diecast. I know that was pretty lengthy, but due to that, guys, we're gonna skip the pre-orders and we're gonna get on to the cancellations, guys. So cancellation gonna be pretty short as well because the diecast section was very big for this time. So, but I'm sure that's very amusing for watching you guys out there with my diecast reviews. So the cancel diecast, we're gonna start things off with, what do you know? Another Brad Keselowski car. The Brad Keselowski 2016 Kentucky Race Win car has been canceled in the 124 Elite scale, so kind of not surprised right there because Kentucky is a very distinct track that many fans don't really admire. I wouldn't say it's a very hated track, like the second Pocono race for this year. Like not too many people like that race, even though I know lots of good of my friends go to that race, especially what happened last week with the rain delay and all that. So yeah, that's fun right there. Excuse me, that's a burp right there. So yeah, I already hicked up and burped. What's next? I'm probably gonna fart next. Yeah, gotta love the random blowdowns right there. So we also got Tony Stewart's Haas Automations 124 Elite scale has been canceled as well, but only in the Elite version. So, when they're canceling the Elite version, I mean, yeah, you are, you kind of saving yourself a couple bucks because the Elite die-cast are a little more higher quality and they have a little bit more detail than the 124 standard versions. But for the most part, guys, I don't really think not too many people buy Elite die-cast, so not really even miss right there. Unless you're in the RCCA Elite Club, then you're probably getting those whenever. And to wrap it up, guys, we do have this car canceled in 124 and 164. It's the 2016 Ryan Reed Darlington Throwback Car, so there was a lot of people second-guessing if this car was going to get canceled or not. Well, we can see where that happened right there. Ryan Reed, a very, I mean, he's got somewhat of a fan base, but just, I guess, not enough to get a Darlington Throwback car produced, and I can clearly see why this car probably did not got made. And plus, just, I don't know, I've said this before with the Renegon car, just I'm not really a big fan of throwback schemes for the Xfinity Series. I think they should just really stick to that in the Cup. I mean, the Xfinity Series, I think they're just trying a little too hard to be like the Southern 500, but, the Xfinity Series is just, what can I say? I mean, without saying profanity, but just Xfinity Series is it's just not that good this year, in my opinion, so I can see why this car got canceled. Alright, buddy, so now we're going to get on to a couple more topics right here. So we got some NASCAR Authentics news to talk about. So NASCAR Authentics posted on their Instagram, and they've also posted on their Facebook page about throwbacks, and you're probably wondering, what's NASCAR Authentics going to be in for this time, guys. I mean, with Wave 6 already hitting the shelf soon, I guess a lot of people are wondering, well, what's going to be Wave 7, guys? But turns out, guys, this is not going to be called Wave 7. From what it looks like, I believe starting at this month or by next month, by Labor Day weekend, we should be getting some throwback cars released, and I can't say all the throwback cars will be released, but I'll put an image right here, and Lionel did list there's also an article about this. I'll put a link in the description that talks about this, but pretty cool that we're getting some throwback cars that are going to be made for this year. As you guys know from the previous NASCAR Authentics waves, NASCAR Authentics and Lionel Racing done a really good job with with giving the retailers the throwback cars, especially the Jeff Gordon Rainbow Warrior car, and of course the Austin Dillon car from last year. So hopefully we're going to see some more exclusives on that. But you see right here, there's a good amount of cars that we're going to see right here, including the one that just got released today, which was the Dale Earnhardt Jr. Darlington Throwback car. And I do see some cars that are missing right here, like we don't see Tony Stewart's car because that was just announced. We're also missing, let's see right here, Matt DiBenedetto's, and we're also missing, David Reagan's throwback car. So there's still a good amount of cars that we're seeing right here that they are missing. So, but for the most part, they are offering a lot of cool, nice looking ones, like right here, like Casey Mears offering Casey Mears in the retail line, which is just awesome. And let's see right here, we also got Trevor Bain's Admiral Care car. That got, I believe that got canceled as well. And so Regan Smith's, we got some Regan Smith car in this wave as well. Of course, since I'm the big Carl Edwards fan, you know me, I'm going to get that number 19 throwback car, so I'm going to be looking out for these cars for sure, guys. But there's a good variety of cars right here, and pretty soon we're going to be seeing these 14 cars, and it looks like it'll be our biggest wave yet from NASCAR Authentics, so really got to give them props that they're going to be doing this. But we'll get on to more of this intel review. We'll get more in detailed on this review once the full wave is released. So this is just the insight right now on the NASCAR Authentics Throwback Wave, which is coming soon for next month. And we also got a new promo in stock, guys. We got another Babbling promo, guys. So this is now the third time that we're having a Babbling promo. The first time we had it was last year's Darlington Throwback car for Dale Earnhardt Jr., which now they sell in 2-pack, and then they did it this year for the the Dale Jr. car was a Walmart exclusive, and they did it again this year for the Alex Bowman Advanced Auto Parts car, which of course, if you don't know where that car is going to be at, it's probably Advanced Auto Parts, Advanced Auto Zone. Oh my God, Advanced Auto Parts. Oh my God, Advanced Auto Zone. Yeah, that's. Let's make a new IRA commercial on that. I'm sure all my friends are going to be making fun of me for that now. God. Like I said, this is what happens when you do NASCAR Die-Cast news at 4 o'clock in the morning. I just do it for you guys out because you guys love these videos. So, do it for you guys. Anyways, back on topic. Yeah, the Paul Bernard babbling promo car. So, they're doing it again for a second time this year, but this is their third time they're doing it, as I previously reviewed. So, but I don't know. I think I would have to say that this car you guys will probably have to skip. Because hear me out on this. Lionel is not releasing this car one time. They are releasing this car 3 times. They are releasing this car in the promo version, which is alright, but it's on the PTC mold. I mean, wow, what a fail that is right there. But I'm sure, so just to save you guys some money, so you don't have to buy, you know, a good, to buy, you know, that big pack of freaking Valvoline oil. I would probably recommend getting the retail line, which is the NASCAR Authentic Throwback Cars, which will be coming out next month or end of this month, or just wait until the official Die-Cast is released, which should be coming out in the next few months as well. So, but it'll be worth the wait, guys, because you'll have high quality decals. Plus, it's on the EL mold, which I'm sure a lot of people are excited to see it on the EL mold. So this car is kind of a fail. I mean, I usually highly recommend getting promo cars, but if you're willing to spend a good amount of money just to get a car that's on the PTC mold, you probably ought to be stuck in a ditch and be shot to death. Just joking right there, but really, guys, I think you guys should do a lot more evaluation on your die-casts, because this car might not be worth it. If you don't believe me, then check out Rachel 11's review on this car when it gets released. And to wrap it up, guys, we got the contest winners for the contest. So if you guys do remember from the last episode, I told you guys I was giving out free hero cards and a free NASCAR Die-Cast as well, which is either the Atlas Copco Kurt Busch car. I only have 2 of those, and I have a lot, and I mean a lot, of the Wegmans promos cars from 2014 for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. So we're going to be announcing one winner from Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and why not start it off with good old YouTube, because this is where we're here on YouTube. So this person ended up getting both of the best-selling die-casts right. So congrats to Ethan Thames 18. You got both the best-selling die-cast, which is the Jeff Gordon Pepsi car, and the worst-selling die-cast, which was the Brad Keselowski Ford car. So congrats to you, Ethan. I'll be shooting you up DM on YouTube if I can still do that, hopefully. If not, then we'll do Facebook and Instagram if you have one, Ethan. So congrats, man. You get yourself a free hero card and a die-cast of your choice. So big congrats, man. Awesome. And now we're going to get on to the Facebook winner, and this is this person got the best-selling die-cast right. And how I picked these guys, whoever got the best-selling die-cast or the worst-selling die-cast, or if you got both, you automatically got in, and I just randomized it in a randomizer online, like was like random.org, and I picked it from there for the first try, and that's what was that. So for a basic winner, guys, it is none other than Zachary Carr. So congrats to Zachary Carr. If you're watching this YouTube video, you get yourself a free autographed hero card by me and Robbie Noonan. Also a die-cast of your choice as well. A die-cast promo of your choice as well. And let's see, and to wrap it up with the contest winners, we got the Instagram winner, and this person got the best-selling die-cast right, which was the Jeff Gordon Pepsi car, which I'm sure that one was very easy to get right there. So I'm sure that there was a lot of people on Instagram. I think Instagram was the most people I've had, so there was a good variety. I think like half of the Instagram community probably signed up for this little contest. I'm probably over-exaggerating, but it did felt like it, including some of my close friends as well. So our Instagram winner is none other than Hunter Sleepy. So congrats, Hunter. You got yourself either a die-cast and a free autographed hero card by me in Race Day 2011, and also a free NASCAR Die-Cast promo as well. So congrats to all those guys. Once again, guys, Instagram winner is Hunter Sleepy, Facebook winner is Zachary Carr, and the YouTube winner is Ethan Thames 18. So congrats to all those guys, and hopefully I'll do this again very soon, and I do this I did this contest just to show you guys all your moral support, especially with the 150th episode of NASCAR Die-Cast News. Hopefully I'll do that again very soon, guys. But other than that, guys, this is going to wrap up the NASCAR Die-Cast News. I hope you guys enjoyed this YouTube video. As always, please give this video a good comment, like, and if you guys haven't already, I highly encourage you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I always make a lot of good NASCAR content lately. I'm getting back on the Die-Cast reviews and the NASCAR Die-Cast News and all that good stuff for all you NASCAR Die-Cast collectors out there. But until next time, guys, this is Richard McBride signing off, and so long for now.